Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem, El Shai Bashem, Rakako Da Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, Meddle Not With Them That Are Given a Change. The subtitle, the other title is Bishop Nathaniel. In this video, I'll put it together. He says, in this video, that was put up 8 years ago, he says Revelation 13 and verse 11 is talking about America. So now if Revelation 13 and 11 is talking about America and the modern world, the world that we live in, what does the 12th verse, 13 verse, 14 verse, 15 verse, 16 verse, 17 verse, and 18 verse, when does that take place? From the Revelation chapter 13 verse 11 on down, does it have anything to do with ancient pagan Rome? And your answer might be, if you know the scriptures, you know history, and you know the prophecies of the scriptures, particularly Revelation 13, you would know Revelation 13 verse 11 on down has nothing to do with the Roman Empire 2,000 years ago. So he had recently said, which I did 2 videos on, the last 2 videos I did, he changed it up again, as he always does. And he says, Revelation 13 and 16, he goes into this, he has this article, document, and then he has the brother, I believe that's Yuri, read it, and he comes across the 16th verse, the Revelation 13:16, and it says Mark, and in that document it says the word is charagma, which charagma is a physical thing, as we've been saying for years. Then he says, oh, that's talking about during the time of Nero, you couldn't buy or sell unless you use his coin and you was, in good standing with the Roman Empire. And the charagma part is when they, engraved his image and his signature in the back, just like you have coins today. So he went off again, but here's the proof. I went back 8 years. This has to be what, 16, right? 2016. And I don't know what he's gonna say. I may, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. Because this is when we're going back and forth. As a matter of fact, okay, I'm at 36 minutes and 30 seconds in. I'm going to go to 1 hour and 24 minutes and 13 seconds in. Let me do this. I'm sorry. Okay, right here. So in 1 hour, 22 minutes and 34 seconds in, we left the about 36:30. I think I said 36:30, right? So here we go. Let me do this. At 36:30, because we don't come to that. Come back to that. So as you can see, we're at 122.34.
Only on an item. Like with a country, let's say I make this and you're mad at me about something. Let's say I'll put a sanction on your orange Sharpies. But an embargo is on the whole country. Nobody can't do business with you. Can't buy from you. Can't trade with you. Read it again.
Let me come back over here.
The right hand, you support it. You pledge allegiance to
we're
it.
at 120. Let me come back a little bit more. Right here. So we're at 117:22.
Those are the words you hear in the news, right?
And that no man might buy or sell.
Give me another word for buy or sell. I want one word that discusses, that uses, that expresses buy or sell. Steve.
Trade.
Trade. That no man can trade except what?
And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark.
So now stop. You might say, wait a minute. Is that really what this is talking about? Trade. Buying and selling, trade. Yes. Give me a precept. Ezekiel. Ezekiel 28. Verse 4 and 5. You need some words. These words are going to help you. You don't got to go to the Greek or the Latin to come up with a computer chip. You crazy? Ezekiel 28. Come on, I'll help you. You don't got to go to the Greek or the Latin to come up with a computer chip. You crazy?
Now, now if you watch my last video I did, he actually, the reader, comes across the word mark in Revelation 13 and 16. And then he said charagma, and then Bishop Nate corrects him and says, no, it's charagma. Then he reads on and explains that it's something that's engraved in something. Then he says it's engraved in the coins when the coins were minted during the time of Nero. And if you wasn't in good standing with the Roman Empire, you couldn't buy and sell. You see? It's meddle not with them that are given the change. Get him.
Ezekiel 28, verse 4 and 5. Come on.
Ezekiel 28, verse 4. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches.
See that? Thou hast gotten thee riches. Read.
Thou hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
Go ahead.
By thy great wisdom.
By thy great wisdom.
And by thy traffic.
And by thy traffic. Can we look up that word traffic?
I think this is what you want. The transportation of goods for the purpose of trade by sea, land, or air.
Y'all see that? Read that bottom, that one again, Joshua again.
The transportation of goods for the purpose of trade by sea, land, or air.
Now the term the Bible uses for trade is what?
Traffic.
Traffic. What else in Revelation?
Buy and sell.
Buy and sell. Buy and sell. That's what traffic is making reference to in Ezekiel 28. Yes.
In the documentary we referenced before, and in the movie Even the Rain.
Yeah.
And the other one with the that Esau said he was the devil.
When you get your thought, come back.
No, even the rain, their American companies control foreign interests.
Right.
So the food that people eat, their sanitation, everything that they need is dependent on American companies.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, Ezra, end of poverty. Yes, that's the name of it.
Yeah, also, if any of these nations try to go outside of what's put down, they put an embargo on them.
We get into that. Let's go right back to Revelation 13 and 16 again. We getting there. Okay.
Revelation 13, verse 17 or 16.
16 and 17.
16 again. And he causeth all.
He causeth all nations. The all is making reference to nations, right?
Both small.
Small nations.
And great.
Great nations.
Rich.
Rich nations.
And poor.
Poor nations.
Free.
Free nations.
And bond.
Bond nations.
To receive a mark.
That mark is their philosophy, their policies, their doctrines. Go ahead.
In their right hand.
Wait a minute. Let's hear that again.
Small.
Small nations.
And great.
Great nations.
Rich.
Rich nations.
And poor.
Poor nations.
Free.
Free nations.
And bond.
Bond nations.
To receive a mark.
That mark is their philosophy, their policies, their doctrines. Go ahead.
In their.
He said their philosophies, their policies, their doctrines. If you check out Saturday, you check out the video I did, the last video I did, I showed the video that he did Saturday night where he said that the word mark goes to the word charagma, and he says that means during the time of Nero, If you weren't in good standing with Nero and the Roman Empire, you couldn't buy or sell. You couldn't use Nero's coin, which was engraved with maybe a picture of his face and his signature or whatever. Remember what the Lord said, who's on this coin? He said Caesar, and whose signature is the Caesar's signature. Run unto Caesar what is Caesar, and to the Most High what is the Most High. So now he completely flipped. He flip-flopped. Let's listen to it again.
Poor.
Poor nations. Small nations.
And great.
Great nations.
Rich.
Rich nations.
And poor.
Poor nations.
Free.
Free nations.
And bond.
Bond nations.
To receive a mark.
That mark is their philosophy, their policies, their doctrines. Go ahead.
In their
A couple of weeks ago was sin in all of its forms, whether it be religious or political. Now the mark is Nero's coin with the engraving on it. Let's listen to some more.
right hand.
In their right hand, because in your right hand you support it. You pledge allegiance to it. Go ahead.
Or in their forehead.
In your forehead you believe it. Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
And that no man might buy or sell, meaning, and that no man might, give me another word? Trade or traffic, save he that had the mark. We just read that. Go back to Maccabees. Go right back to Maccabees. 1 Maccabees chapter 8. What we read what Rome would do.
Verse 1.
No, not verse 1. I want to 1 about whom they set up or displace. That verse.
11. 1 Maccabees 8. In their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell.
And that no man might trade. No man can trade. Go ahead.
Save he that had the mark. Or the name of the beast.
The name of the beast is Babylon the Great, America today.
Or the number of his name.
And as we read down, it's 666. That's the number that represents them. So,
Wait a minute. Now you're saying that it's talking from the 11th verse on down. It's talking about Nero. So the mark of the beast came and went. Y'all see that, right? This is what he said 8 years ago. 8 years ago. And he wasn't too popular back there. He only got 1,000 views. Well, this is Joel Israel, so.
this is talking about embargoes. This is not talking about, brother, I want to buy a Snickers bar and I don't have a chip in my hand. Can you go to the store and buy me a Snickers bar? I ain't talking about that.
Well, now he's saying it's now he's saying it's an actual coinage during the time of Nero. I got to say this again because people are slow. That the charagma is the engraving on the coin. Now he's saying it's Nero. So now he's saying it's, back then he was saying it was now, but ain't no goddamn chip.
That's just Negro jailhouse foolishness.
That's he gonna have to eat his words. He's talking about us. He sneaked this in us. He said that's just us teaching that the MOTB is a Michael C. hit, is Negro jailhouse foolishness. Negro jailhouse, what is that? Negro N jailhouse JF. So we should change the name to NJF. Negro jailhouse foolishness. So we're gonna change our name to NJF instead of GMS for his sake.
That ain't gonna stop a Negro from getting a Snickers bar anyway.
Exactly.
So, this is ridiculous, but this is really crazy that we even have to deal with.
Right. Let's get some more precepts. Put your hands down.
Now, what are they going to say when they actually come out with the chip and everybody has to get one? In order for you to continue to buy and sell, you got to actually get the chip. What are they going to say then?
Let's get some more precepts for causing all to receive. Number, Revelation 13 and
17.
16 again.
16 again. And he causeth all.
Notice it says all. Go ahead.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Or in their foreheads. Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell.
And that no man might traffic, trade,
save he that had the mark.
he that had the philosophy, the policies of America,
or the name of the beast.
Or the name of the beast, Babylon the Great. You got to be under America's umbrella, just like we read in Maccabees. You had to be in some kind of league with Rome. Go ahead.
Or the number of his name.
Let's get some more precepts. Because somebody, I need more precepts. Well, here's some more. Let's go to Revelation 18. For the doubting Thomases. We're going to smash it tonight. Ask them Chip brothers for a precept in the Holy Bible.
In English.
In English. You'll see that. Now you're the devil. Now you're rebellious.
Now you got the chip.
Yeah, you got the chip. That's why you're asking that.
And when they watch this video, they're gonna wait till you get to the word the and say, you see, he didn't break down the.
In Greek, the means the chip.
You see, he's trying to be slick. It says the, he didn't say what the means.
So now, you want to know what more precepts on Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17 about the mark in your head, the mark in your right hand that you can't buy or sell, meaning trade or traffic. Revelation 18 sums it up. Let's go to Revelation 18.
Hey, Elder, also, be careful with your fingers, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Am I right?
You know how they
Go
are
like
with your
this.
fingers.
Yes.
You a damn devil. You
Talk
like
like
this.
this. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, talk with your hands closed. If you put the fist, see, that's that Farrakhan stuff. You
Yeah,
see?
pick a finger, pick a finger.
Let's get the scripture.
What are they going to say when a chip actually comes out and it's mandatory for you to take it? What are they going to say? Now they're saying it's Nero. Oh, so the chip already came. The charagma already came. They're going to eat crow on that day.
Revelation 18 and 3. Watch this.
Watch it. Stop watching Scooby-Doo, fellas.
Exactly. Watch
Revelation
this.
18 what?
Verse 3.
Verse 3. For all nations have...
Stop. For all nations. All nations. Remember we read in Revelation 3? It's saying it calls it all. And I told y'all it's talking about nations. Here's the proof it's talking about nations. Read.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Let's stop right there. Because now, John the Revelator is using different words. He's no longer using the word mark. He's using the word what? Wine. Where will we go to explain why? I'm on.
Micah 2 and 11.
Let's go there real quick. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So this fornication is the wine that the nations have drunk. Let's find out what it is. Because remember I said philosophy. The Bible's talking about philosophies, doctrines. Give me another word for philosophy. Give me an easier word. One word that has 3 letters in it. Leon.
Sin.
Sin. Sin. Now, where we at?
Micah 2:11.
Micah 2 and 11 to explain why.
In English. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie.
If a man walking in a spirit of falsehood do lie,
saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine.
saying, I will prophesy to thee of wine. So Robert, what is this wine talking about in that verse? Look in the verse. You're looking at me. I want you to look at the verse.
Anyway, that's it. That's it. So you can clearly see 8 years ago, he taught it completely different than he teaches now. The new thing now is that's talking about during the time of Nero. Revelation chapter 13, verse 11 on down is talking about Nero. Nero gave him the chip or the mark, which was the coin. You couldn't use the coin if you wasn't in good standing with the Romans. So on to the next. Shalom.